y'all, and welcome back to Faith, Family, and Fun Reviews. If you're new here on this channel, I share with you delightful, family-friendly, and faith-based movies and television shows. So we're going to go ahead and get into our special feature today, which is titled Arthur the King. You can actually find this film premiering right now at your local theater. But first, let me tell y'all what this film is about. Desperate for one last chance to win, Michael Light convinces a sponsor to back him in a team of athletes for the Adventure Racing World Championship in the Dominican Republic. As the team gets pushed to the outer limits of endurance, a dog named Arthur comes along for the ride, redefining what victory, loyalty, and friendship truly means. Friends, oh my goodness, this film was amazing. Oh, I can't even put into words how such a wonderful surprise this film was, because typically this is not the kind of film that I would personally myself just be like really excited about going to see. It just so happened I've been invited to see this film, and I was just like, wow, this was absolutely amazing. Such a treat, such one of those jewels that you just find and you just want to hold on to. And here we meet Michael Light. At the beginning of this film, we see that he is in the midst of one of these races, and he seems like one of those people that is driven, passionate about winning at the cost of anything and at anyone. So right there, that was kind of a turn off when you see a person like that. I mean, it's one thing to have that kind of passion, but you got to be able to control that thing. You got to be able to, put it into the things that is worth putting into. But when that thing gets redirected in something that ain't right, that could really hurt yourself or hurt someone else, it is dangerous. And that is the kind of person I saw him as the beginning of this film. And let me also point out that this is based off a true story, which I typically love. And yes, so as we see the film progress, we see that Michael is given what he feels like almost like a second chance to get this thing, to do this race all over again and really come home with the number one win. And he gets this team together, and everything seems like it's like such a, what is the word? Such a challenge, because they're in the age of the social media stuff is going on. And so y'all know how it go. Once you are painted a certain way on social media, sometimes people cancel you, sometimes people don't want to have nothing to do with you, and they constantly run that thing into the ground. And so Michael has this reputation of, not winning in certain things. So not many sponsors are willing to put up the money it takes to get him to the place that he knows he can get to. But you see this passion in his eyes and his words. That drive is there. And with his family backing him, his wife, and he does have a little girl in this film, he is determined. He is like, this is his last chance, and he can do this. He feels it in his bones, y'all. And seeing that right there, I was just like all in there. I'm like, okay, Michael, your girl beloved is backing you. Okay, I am here for you, all right? And so it was so wonderful to see him get this team together. And yes, they have to work, yes, obviously as a team, but you do see that they have to get over their own hurdles. And one of the things that makes a team work is trust. And slowly but surely, they do learn to trust one another. I mean, it took some faith just to trust each other, just to come together. But y'all know, when you're in the midst of the storm, when the pain is there, the agony, and all of these different things, those challenging, that pushback, you don't know how you're going to react in those moments. And that's what it's going to take. It's going to take that trust. It's going to take that love. It's going to take faith to really push through and know, hey, we ain't come this far to give up. We ain't come this far to quit now. And this whole film just gave all perseverance to me. And that is one of the reasons why I wanted to share with you. At the beginning, I wasn't really sure if I was going to share this film, at least on this channel. It is a really good film. I would put this film, if I had to categorize it as far as something on my channel, it would go under family. And I don't too much typically, and I'm working on that, y'all. I'm working on sharing more family things. And even though there are a lot of family films that I do, share on this channel, a lot of it still kind of like really underneath that faith base. So I really want to bring a little bit more family here, because that's, included in this channel. And to me, I would classify this film as that. The only thing about it was there were like a couple of words that wasn't the best words in the world that I would use, but I'm sure if any of you probably go and see the film, you probably would be like, if you think about this review, you'll be like, what is Beloved talking about? I ain't really hear nothing and all of that. But it's just me personally. It's just certain little words, and it's not terrible words. It's not really bad words per se, but it's just a couple of words that I was like, I'm not sure. But the whole message of the film, I just felt like it would just leave you all, you know, wanting to push through with whatever you're going through. And it just reminds us like how good God is. He will come even in the form of anything to help you. When he sees you and he knows, you know, he knows everything that you're in, that pain and that the wants, your desires that you have and you're fighting for. Like Michael was fighting, him and his team was fighting through this thing, y'all. And it really had me on the edge of my seat. I was like, oh my goodness. I was literally on my heart pounding because I'm rooting for them. I'm rooting for the dog, Arthur the King, and the fact that God used this dog in so many different ways that I'm not even going to get into because I don't want to ruin it for y'all. But y'all, especially if you love animals, you're really going to be like, oh my goodness, you just want to jump in that screen and just take Arthur home with you, just hug him closer, just take him home with you. Oh my goodness, y'all, this film was so beautiful, and the fact that it was based off a true story, I'm just even more amazed, like just blown away. It really kept my attention throughout the entire film. It's not a moment that I felt like, oh my goodness, when is this thing going to end? How many more minutes left? I ain't get none of that. I was just glued. I'm like, in there, y'all, okay? And overall, like I said, that message that I took away with is that endure to the end, that perseverance. Don't get weary of good doing. Like, just keep going. Finish your race. Finish it, all right? Because you do. You always got somebody rooting for you. Don't ever think that you're alone. And so that's really what I took away from this film. We're going to go ahead and get into our scripture before I leave you all for this evening, all right? And we're coming out of Hebrews 10:36. Perfect for this film, and it reads, for you have need of endurance, so that when you have done the will of God, you may receive what is promised. So there y'all have it, friends. So y'all let me know in the comments your thoughts, your prayers, your perspective, your opinions. Have you watched this film? What did you think about it? If you consider watching this film, let me know. And if you do go ahead and watch this film after this review, please come back to this channel and let me know how you felt about it, because I love hearing from you all. So that's all I have for you for this video. So until next time, may the Lord bless and keep you both now and forevermore.